In today's video, guys, we have here on the channel with us no one else but my good friend Coldbrew Gaming. What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Hey man, I'm doing great, doing great. Excited to do a collab with you. I don't remember the last time we did a collab, but definitely it's fun every time we sit down together and talk about the game.
Yeah, it's been a while, definitely. I can't remember either actually when we've done the last one. So, guys, in today's video, we're kind of gonna take a bit of a different approach. We're gonna look at the game, the state of the game, and we're gonna give you our take on it. What we would do to change the game to make it better for our community. We're gonna start definitely with the 3v3 arena because I feel like a lot of people are getting blocked there, and I feel like it needs to be a bit of a change in the way 3v3 arena works. Now, Coldbrew, how much are you enjoying that game mode?
To be honest, the 3v3 arena is my least favorite to farm, to just try and get the gold bars, to try and get a target, let's say, to get the fragments for one specific champion, get any of the rewards. It feels that it takes too much time, even if I'm farming one-person defense teams, even if I'm farming that, which is what most endgame players are doing in Gold Arena, Gold 3v3. It's one-person defense for the whole week. On the weekend, we change it. We put a normal defense, then we just keep on pushing to get into a higher rank or to remain in our rank. And I think that it's a very broken system. I think it needs lots of tweaks and to make it more interesting for players to put in the effort and the time, especially the time, because the time investment in the game, we all know it's insane.
Absolutely, like it's just crazy. How we were just talking before, guys, off screen here about the free-to-play accounts, how much time they actually take, and if you really wanna push it fast to progress super quick in the game, because you can do it, but you literally gotta babysit that account non-stop, invest so much time in it, make sure you're doing every single fight, you're not missing on any energy, you're not missing any tokens, spend your gold bars, and like that you can progress super fast in game as free-to-play as well, if you get some luck as well on the champions you're pulling. But we were just saying how time consuming it is to do it, you know? And we're kind of talking about the 3v3 arena. A lot of people are getting blocked with missions. Now, when they kind of brought up Ramen 2, they said, this is just for the endgame players, okay? It's for the people that they want to push the extra mile to get the champion. Like, basically, they kind of said, well, we're not going to give it to everyone, you know? Whoever gets to gold the 3v3 arena is going to get it, and he's going to be able to do the rest of the missions. But the other ones kind of forget about it, you know? That's kind of the way they said it, no? Just in
Yeah. Basically, they said that, and I don't know why they thought of that's going to be a good way for players to keep on pushing for 3v3. I think Plarium put in a ton of effort in designing this new area of the game, and then they realized that nobody was so interested in it. If you guys are just watching and you've recently joined Raid, 3v3 wasn't like this in the past. The bazaar didn't have so many rewards in it, and we also had fewer fights, right? If I remember, I think it was 5 fights, or was the refreshes only 5 fights? If I
Uh,
remember, Skratch.
I think those were the same. I'm not sure 100% anymore. What I know that they changed is they kind of force people to do at least 10 fights a week to get the rewards from the tier or something like that changed.
Yeah. That was another thing they added, is they didn't want players to just be inactive and still get the gold bars.
Exactly. Now, I feel like the first thing that they should definitely change, and we've told them that since before they released it, do not lock the rewards behind tiers, because maybe I want to save all my gold bars and be able to buy one sacred shard once every 6 months. I'm gonna save my gold bars in bronze or in silver, and I'm gonna go and buy a sacred shard. Well, they kind of disagreed with us there, and they just locked everything in tiers. You can see by the colors, we have the gold, silver, and bronze, and everything is locked behind it. It seems like they just don't want to change it. It's been like probably almost 1 year since they released this game mode, I think, no? It's been around there, yeah.
Yeah, and to add to that, I have so many people comment on my videos sometimes where I showcase the accessories, the refresh accessories, which refresh your cooldowns when you do them, so you have them again. There's lots of players out there that don't even know what those accessories are and where you get them, because they are locked behind bronze arena, they never see that part of the store. Well, they see it, but they don't realize on what the rewards are, and they might not see many videos, and it basically locks them out until they either put in a ton of money or put in a ton of time to push to get into at least silver arena in 3v3, and it's very restricting for players. It shouldn't be a restriction so big, especially for accessories which can provide so much more power to your champions.
Yeah, and just by looking at it, guys, you see this is the player limit for every single tier. So we have 40,000 spots for silver arena in 3v3, 40,000 out of everybody in the world that plays that game. And for a gold, we have under 10,000, which is definitely feels like is not really enough. They haven't designed the game mode to be competitive in by any means, okay? This is not competitive. You don't have something that you're pushing for the ultimate goal as a player or as a clan or as a team, as a group of people. You're literally just doing the same thing over and over. You're staying in the same tier just to have kind of like to collect more gold bars per fight, which I feel like is kind of disappointing, not having the main goal why I want to be in that tier, you know? And that doesn't make sense why they're locking the tiers behind such a small amount of people that are able to participate in the gold tiers, in silver tiers, you know what I mean? If it would be an ultimate goal, then yeah, I would understand how it's Platinum Arena, only 300 people can get it, and every Monday is a bloodbath, everybody's fighting to get in there, of course, for people that care about Arena. But here is nothing like that, so I don't really get the idea of having it locked. And they're not planning to change anything whatsoever. They specify that next year, they're gonna focus on PvP more, you know? So maybe they haven't planned to change something, who knows? But by the way it is right now, it's just so boring, not looking good, nobody wants to do it, I don't know.
Yeah, it's extremely boring. As I said in the beginning of the video, on what we do as endgame players in terms of farming 3v3 is just very simple, and it's something that everybody pretty much agreed without even saying anything. It's just 1% defense, make our life easier, do not worry about it too much, and that's the way we're gonna farm 3v3. And I think the best way to improve it would have been if they made it so that we can do fewer fights every day and we get more rewards, so that actually players put in more effort and then change what kind of stuff there is available in the bazaar and make it available to everyone. Just open it up, and I think those are the best things that they can do in terms of improving this game mode. I don't think they're gonna do it actually as a tag team arena, because it never was a tag team arena. It's just a 3v3. That's what we call it, regardless of what the name they gave it.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of had a different idea when they were talking about it. We thought that we're gonna use teams of 3 champions each, and it's gonna be a bit different. We thought that maybe we're gonna be able to play 3 of us together, bring a team, each one of us in, and go against another group of people. I really thought that that's what was gonna be this game mode, and I feel like it would have been so much better. Engaging was gonna be awesome for 3 of us to just go from the same clan, fight against 3 different people from the different clan, or just random people, even if it's not related to clans, you know? I feel like that could have been so much fun. I feel like in terms of rewards for the tiers and stuff, because right now I have no incentive to stay in any of the tiers, just because they give me nothing but gold bars, you know? If you're like a spender, probably a lot of people, they won't really care so much about buying 1 void shard every 2 weeks or 1 sacred shard once a month. Not everybody will give a damn about it, you know? But if they would give us divine gear for ranking in each tier every week, I feel like it would already be better. Or if you don't want to give us that, give us accessories, give us something to make us want to stay in that tier. Change the fights, how you said as well, to a lower amount of fights. So like that, we actually want to do the fights, because we know that some great reward is going to wait for us at the end of the week, at the end of the reset. You know, I feel like they should definitely change it. Like, it's just here. A lot of people, they say like, well, I don't mind 3v3 so much because I get to use different teams, try different strategies, learn the game better, which yeah, I totally agree with you guys. But in terms of game mode, experience, rewards, it's just kind of like meh. at least in my opinion, you know.
Yeah. I think, as we said, there's a need for tons of improvements for 3D for us to put in the effort. And with more modes introduced into the game, like if they ever put another boss in, if they ever put more PvP sections, then they need to reduce our time spent in other areas. And 3v3 is one of them for sure, because of the time it takes for us to do fights. And that's why I said we need to do like 5 fights a day instead of 10.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, I think
And
go on.
yeah,
Go on.
go ahead.
I think they're gonna.
No, go.
I'll go then. I think they said they're gonna bring next year clan versus clan PvP, which is gonna be like a different game mode. We're expecting the Hydra boss as well, which I would say probably adds, I don't know, with the Hydra boss another half an hour to your day at least. That's on a minimum. And the clan versus clan PvP probably is not gonna be every single day, but whenever it's gonna be, expect some more grind in it. And how you can see is like literally just wiping through, at least in Gold 4, I'm going through single teams defenses, like easy defenses, but all these changes towards the end of the week for whoever wants to stay in this tier, and you're starting to fight stronger teams. You know, I know that Plarium thought that bringing 3v3 is the solution to dupe system, because that's what they've told us, where you can use them in 3v3 now, you know, as a funny meme. And then what they were like, well, they're gonna use the dupes, they're gonna use more gear, they're gonna have to farm more for 3v3. But then at the same time, they haven't really gave us that desire to want to do 3v3. They sold us some avatars before. Everybody kind of grinded for it who was able to reach gold tier to buy an avatar. That costed 100k gold bars per avatar, guys.
Yeah, so, it was a ton. It costed a ton of gold bars.
Was painful. Was really painful to grind for that, and was not fun, you know. So I really feel like they should definitely change a bit the game mode. Would have been so much better if we were actually using 3 champions instead of 4, because we were gonna need to come with different sort of strategies rather than copy the normal arena, bring it here, copy the exact same teams, and just go over and over again. I feel like with 3 champions, we were in the need to create different sort of strategies and combos in champions and all these sort of things, no?
Yeah, definitely it would have changed the way that we think of teams and what is required to build a team. It will also change the tier list for some specific champions in terms of their PvP power. And just by having the same classic arena team composition just 3 times, it doesn't change anything in our way of thinking. And I had somebody ask me, Coldbrew, what are the best teams for arena? And then I told him, just, 3 CP teams. What are you asking? Like, if you have those, you can do actually a 3v3 team like that. There's no restrictions in the champions you can put. You can put dupes if they're in there if you want to. There's no speed limits or something like that to change the way that we think of arena. So it was just a triple classic arena fight system. That's what 3v3 was, the tag team arena.
On a different map, because the map looks different behind.
Yeah, the maps are a little better. They put in some effort with changing the textures and everything.
But yeah, it's definitely literally like a copy. I wish they were not allowing us to use dupes, but then again, they kind of wanted to get rid of the, when is the dupe system, Plarium? When is it coming, you know? And they thought that they're just gonna push it longer and longer, and they're gonna make people build more dupes and stuff, which they kind of managed to do it. They're not stupid when we're talking about this, because even with the dupe system now, it's not really in the player's favor. Like, yeah, I understand it's a business, they gotta make money, but they're really smart in the way they're doing it, because before we had too many dupes, now we don't have enough dupes, you know? It's kind of like in that way.
Now we reach a point where even players like me and you are like, okay, can I do the whole faction? And if I do that, can I fully upgrade, one specific champion from that faction with the empowerment system? We still don't know the details, but many of us started thinking about that in terms of our own accounts and how we can, and what it means for our accounts. When the dupe system was announced, when that video was announced and everybody was watching it,
I checked, and honestly, I won't be able to fill quite a few factions. I can do Shadowkings, I can do Bannerlords, I cannot do quite a few actually. I can't even remember them all, but I cannot do quite a few of them, and it's pretty annoying actually. And I don't have dupes from strong champions. Like I don't have enough dupes from strong champions to wanna empower them with the dupes that I have. I have 2 Valkyries, I have 3 Duchesses, 3 Trandas, but I'm not willing to sacrifice any of those ones because I still wanna use them, you know. So
Yeah.
I do have like 5 or 6 big guns. I have plenty of Telagoremanes and stuff, but yeah, probably I'm gonna. Who wants to empower those ones, you know? That's kind of the situation.
Yeah, nobody's gonna empower those, but there's so many other choices, and that's maybe something that they can add to the 3v3. And it's in addition to another video that I made like a couple of days ago, maybe it was a week ago, where I said, does the dupe system open up the possibility for more shards to be introduced? And if Plarium should put them in a way of a reward system in, let's say, 3v3, and have a way for us to get dupes of champions easier with that way. And in order for us to get, the full faction completed or to empower a champion so that we don't feel like we're so much weaker than players who wail out and have so many champions.
Definitely. I feel like they should try to give us some more shards. Like, whenever we see a dupe system in other games, guys, that's why I really want it. And I tried, I pushed all the time, and I always said we want to kind of have like a reroll system, trade 3 for 1 or something like that, but to be a guaranteed non-dupe. In other games, they don't have necessarily dupe systems, but when you're pulling a legendary champion, it doesn't cost you 200, 300, 400 if you get unlucky, you know? It probably costs you $20. And then you don't think as like, oh, I'm gonna use it as a book, like, oh, I don't want to do that, or as a chicken. Because it's gonna be pretty normal to do it because they're so much easier to get. The resources to summon those legendaries or whatever, they're more accessible to players rather than how they're in Raid Shadow Legends, you know? So having these sort of dupe systems in those games is not something like, wow, it's so bad, you know, because you're used to it, it's more accessible to do it. But when it's in a game like this where it can cost you so much if you're unlucky, you know, it is pretty disappointing to know that you're not going to be able to get more resources to acquire more of them in an easier manner, especially that the dupe system is going to be so needy, so hungry for champions, basically, you know.
Yeah, it's so hungry for champions. The rates will not change as far as we know. And, with more champions introduced every single month, the chances for us to get a specific champion lowers. There's many players who complained about the 10x not being enough, maybe make it at 20x and all that. So those will be the things that Plarium should consider about the game moving forward after the introduction of the dupe system.
I was actually gonna go. Sorry,
yeah.
I'll go afterwards. Go on.
Yeah, because that will be a big part of the game. So you have a dupe system, but the rates remain the same. And I see other gacha games where the rate for a legendary champion is 2%, and we don't even have that 2% in with the price, because the price is way lower than what the price are for a sacred shard. The sacred shard has a 6% or 12% chance for a legendary, but that's the price that Plarium puts on that. It's $20 per sacred, which is insane.
That's what I mean. Yeah, like it's so crazy comparing it with other games, and then to get this as a dupe system that's so needy, they gotta adjust it a bit, and that kind of brought me to the situation. I was literally gonna kind of say about the same thing with 20 axes, 30 axes on champions. They diluted the pool so much in the last couple of years since these events made an introduction in the game, the 2x and 10 axes, that it's so hard to get a specific champion on a 10x. Now the chances are so small, and we've been asking a lot of us actually what's happening. You're planning to do it, and Manibal asked as well the other day, and Banana Jam actually answered. So I was just trying to find that actually to say exactly what they said on.
I would have preferred if there was a guaranteed champion and 10x in the same way. So instead of being a guaranteed champion, have the 10x for your champion and then save your progress. Let's say I just opened 50 shards for Sifi and didn't get Sifi, and that is saved. And then the next time a 10x comes for Sifi, I have those 50 shards pulled in memory, let's say. And then if I pull another 50 and I still don't get her, I get a guaranteed Sifi. That would be great addition without really changing the way the 10x works. But there's so many things to consider. like as I said, you know, they are introducing new champions all the time. They just put in 2 new Void champions into the pool. And those new Void champions, I wouldn't want over a Sifi, over a Hegemon, like the one that you want. You know, Necred, which is a champion I still want. There's still so many champions that I want over those two. And what a game that I recently played had, which I think was the best ever thing, was a magic list. So what the magic list was is you have your 30 champions of that specific faction, you select 5, and whenever you pull a shard, you have increased chances for those 5 champions. Whenever you pull a shard, regardless of the day, the events, anytime you pull a shard, that those champions, those 5 champions have higher chance to come from the shards. And I found that as an amazing way to to get the legendaries that you're looking for.
Yeah, like I played Summoner's War, the new one that came out, like probably it's been almost 1 year since it came out, but whenever they're bringing new champions in, they kind of give you 2 options, okay? So you have the second option that you can activate, okay, and try to summon with higher chances to get those champions, or just summon normal, you know, you have the options to go in between. And I feel like here they don't wanna do these sort of things because they know that some people will go crazy to pull shards for the same champion over and over again, months after months, years after years, to summon the same champion that they weren't able to get so far on different 10x's and stuff. So the answer actually, guys, was like this. So with the increase of the champions that they're bringing in the pool, are you talking about increasing the chances from events like instead of 10x, get 20x or more, you know? Hey mate, we've been discussing that question, although as of right now we're focusing on the big features that we want to release in the nearest future, so the discussion remains open. I will let you all know in case there are any news regarding that matter. So basically it's kind of like a nice way of saying no. You know, it's not gonna happen anytime soon. Forget about it and look at the dupe system. Don't think
I'm so used to that answer instead of saying, "Oh yes, that is actually something that we're looking to do." It's like, no, we don't have any plans for that.
I know, yeah, it's kind
the
of
same
like
thing over and over.
Nah, guys, not just yet. Maybe one day we're gonna do something about it, but till then, forget about it. We're not gonna do it, you know.
Exactly.
It is a bit of a letdown, though. That hopefully they will find a way of increasing a bit the chances, like adding those 2 void champions into the pool. I wouldn't want to pull any of them, you know. I'll never use them, like especially this Constantine guy as well. People say he's looking a bit like me, just with more hair. I don't know. I gotta make a scar as well, but I wouldn't want to pull him, guys. Maybe I haven't played him that much on the test server. I'm not even gonna bother actually to make a video on him, probably. I'm not even sure if I want to do a video on him, but he doesn't look that great. He might be able to hit decent damage with if you set him up and stuff, but is not worth it as a legendary champion. Like honestly, they're literally at the bottom of the list together with V6 and other champions that I don't want to summon. Wurlim, you know. Definitely.
Yeah, there's so many Void champions, but it feels so weird testing Void champions on the test server. I'm feeling, okay, this is a cool Void champion. If I ever get him, I'll be disappointed because I'm not getting Sifi or, you know, what I mentioned before. And he's just an okay nuker, honestly. He's not that great in terms of what he has over other champions. Like Leorius, the most recent nuker that we had is 10 times better, and his kit is actually something very unique that has uses over other nukers because of when he goes to 1% health, he's immune to some debuffs. He's much more unique than having like Constantine with you have to have Vlad in there for him to block revive only specific factions. It's a little underwhelming for Void.
Yeah, I don't feel like they're deserving the title of Void Legendaries. Like they should be unique. They should want to make you look at the champion and be like, damn, I actually want to get that champion because there is no other champion doing anything similar like that one. So I think it would be fun to have him rather than what's that, you know?
Yeah. We'll just have to see what they'll decide to do. In terms of what I'm thinking is that they'll introduce Constantine in a guaranteed
Event.
guaranteed summon. Yeah,
I was
because
on.
we never had a void legendary, right?
I think
Guaranteed.
we had one. We had two Hanarak, if I'm not mistaken. I think we had one guaranteed at 150 voids. Correct me if I'm wrong. I might be wrong, but I don't remember.
I don't remember. Yeah.
I thought that they're gonna do a 10x on him during this weekend with the double X voids, but seems like they're not doing it. So I feel like they kind of know that nobody would want to get that champion on a 10x, you know. So I feel like, yeah, they might do a guaranteed one and just give it to whoever wants to collect them like that. These are more champions for collection rather than use in game, because
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
not gonna,
I have ton of those already.
they're not gonna be
ton of collection champions.
Yeah, I know. They're not going to be great in the Doom Tower. They're not shining for Arena, not great for Clan Boss, not amazing for Dungeons. So they kind of don't really have a spot to be like, wow, he's so amazing there. I need a champion to make my time faster there. Like, we have different teams for Arena and stuff. Or Dungeons. But yeah, guys, feels like
Yeah,
that's
it.
that's it pretty much in terms of state. I know book silver is still a big issue. Nothing about it so far. In terms of this tower here, we still don't know nothing about it. It's still hidden. I would assume we're gonna find something out in the next what's
year.
next in raid video. Now, you might remember Coldbrew, but I feel like they said it that they're gonna bring out like a sort of a battle pass at the before the end of the year. No, didn't they say that? Because we haven't heard
I
nothing
don't
else
remember
about
if
it.
they gave us a time. I think they said something about a battle pass, but the thing with the battle pass is that they know that they will have to give a ton of value out of the pass. So let's say for $20, $50, whatever, and the players will get a lot. And they don't usually do this. Plarium doesn't give out so much stuff for free. So for free in a way.
Yeah.
So they're trying to find a balance and to not make it look stupid.
Like a
okay,
ripoff.
who would buy this? Yeah. Yeah, so that's what they're still trying to figure out. Because last time we had the battle pass that we had, the one battle pass we had, we got a legendary champion, couple of epics, tons of gear, tons of energy. It was a ton of stuff. And obviously it was the best value ever for the amount of money.
Yeah, I'm just trying to actually find a couple of pictures here. But the battle pass was amazing, guys. So it was 25 or 40. You were able to buy tiers. Now, I feel like this was just an excuse in terms of saying, like, you know, guys, what we banned so many people, the game crashed when we released the battle pass, so we cannot do it again. I feel like that was just the excuse of, you know, guys, too many people got
people
it
were
and
getting banned.
Yeah, they didn't spend money
People were
afterwards.
getting banned if they bought the battle pass. That was just ridiculous.
Yeah, but I feel like this was just the excuse of, you know, guys, you know, that's why we're not bringing it back. I don't believe it. I don't believe.
We'll see. We are at their mercy. You know, we don't know beforehand. We might know maybe a week before at best. Sometimes they just release it immediately, and then 10 minutes after
We
they
know
do the
as well.
actual release, and we're like, is that how we, have time to prepare for a video 10 minutes before? And
yeah, that's the kind of decision. I wish they would bring it back. Maybe even if they don't give us so many rewards, but just cut the champions, or leave one or two champions, and just give us the gear and the rest of the stuff. I feel like that's the more important part over the champions, you know.
Yeah.
Coldbrew, you want to tell us what's going on with you, with the channel? Well, where you heading?
Well, the biggest thing on my channel at the moment, except for the videos that I do randomly every day, is I'm pushing my free-to-play account, trying to get Lydia. I'm like 60 stars away from her. So that's a big thing that I do when I'm either streaming or when I post updates on the free-to-play account. So if anyone is ever interested in a free-to-play account pushing for Lydia, definitely check out that part of the series. I have a whole playlist. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Just playing the game as everyone else.
Absolutely. So I will be leaving his link in the pinned comments, guys. Make sure you guys head over and check out, especially those guides for Faction Wars if you are looking to get Lydia as soon as possible before the new faction gets released. I'm still far away from getting that on my free-to-play account, so forget about me showing you that. At least not just yet, in the next few months probably. But guys, that was all for this video. Do let us know in the comments down below, how would you change the 3v3? How would you change kind of like things in the dupe system? in the way we're getting shards as rewards, the mercy system, the chance to summon champions. Coldbrew, was a pleasure to have you here, brother, and much love, guys. I'll catch you all on the next one. Peace.